The last alternative subtraction way that I want to show people is decomposition with subtraction. Now, decomposition with subtraction works well if it is not a regrouping situation. If it is a regrouping situation, it doesn't work as well. It still could work, and I will show you how to work through that, but it doesn't lend itself as well to regrouping. And so that's why this is number 4 strategy, right before you teach the standard way for subtraction. And so again, just like decomposition with addition, there are the 3 ways you can show students, and I will go through each one of those. So I chose 57 take away 32 for our first example. Not a regrouping situation. Students at this point may be able to do this in their head, but with this method, you are doing just like you did for addition. You are subtracting the tens first. 50 take away 30 is 20. And you are subtracting the ones next. 7 take away 2 is 5. So, and 20, and you're adding those two, 20 plus 5, because those two together give you your whole thing. So 20 plus 5 equals 25. So underlying place value. Again, I started the tens place on these because mental math starts with the higher place value. And so if I can push students to do this mentally, not have to worry about a different strategy, that's the ticket. That's what I want. And so can they show me strategy? Yeah, but do they have to? No, because they can do it mentally. Perfect. That's what I'm looking for. So underlying place value strategy for this that goes along with this, 50 take away 30 is, I'll put it down here, is 20. And 7 take away 2 is 5. And my answer again is 25. The last one, vertical expansion, might be easiest for the kids again because it's how they're used to seeing things. But that's not the point. We're trying to stretch them a little, so these strategies are good. This last one though, 50, you expand out 50 plus 7, and then you expand out the 30 plus 2, you subtract those things vertically, and you end up getting 20 plus 5. The thing that might throw students off on this case is, besides my bad writing, is that there's pluses right next to these numbers, and they may add them by mistake instead of subtracting them like the problem says. And so these two might be better because it doesn't have that in there. But certainly by this point in your teachings, they may just kind of work through that anyway. Okay, so there's one with no regrouping, pretty simple, pretty straightforward, pretty easy as far as things go. Now with regrouping, it's a little tougher. 73 take away 38, if you're having them do decomposition strategy, it ends up starting off the same. 70 take away 30 is 40. And 3 take away 8 you can't do. So you end up doing a little regrouping here, or there's other ways you could do it. Now I've seen some teachers in 2nd grade in different schools have them go 3 take away 8 is a minus 5. This is 5, they're 5 short, and then they do 40 minus 5 and get 35 as their answer. Might be a little confusing, you might want to go there, you may not. But in this case, you probably would want to have them say, okay, I can't do 3 take away 8, so I want to do 13 take away 8 because I know I can do that. So I'm going to take one of these away, make it 30, and then put my 10 and 3 together. This is one way you could do it. This is why I don't really like this strategy with it, but I'm showing it to you anyway. So 13 take away 8 is 5. You add those together and you get your 35. Underlying place value would be the same thing. 70 take away 30 is 40. Again, can't do 3 take away 8, so you're going to end up changing this to be 30, putting the 10, maybe plus the 3 up there. You could have it put the 1 in front. Oops, 10 plus 3 here. So you could have them put it in front, you know, like making it a 13, but you know, again, that's why this is a little messy. And then 13 take away 8 is 5. This last one might be the easiest to do this method for, because it kind of expands it out for you. So 70 plus 3, 30 plus 8. If you looked right away and saw that you couldn't subtract these two, it would kind of be a lot like the standard way. You're going to end up taking and making this a 60 and a 13 instead. So decomposition, again, does not work really well with regrouping. I wouldn't suggest using it at all with regrouping, but I want to show you that there are kids who can work through this, but they're typically your higher number set students, and they don't need to use this strategy anyway. But decomposition does work well with a non-regrouping situation.